Hi, my name is Valerie, and on this channel, I share stock market basics. I track my side hustle money that is in an ETF. I share faith-based content and my journey to monetize this channel. In this video, I am going to show you that you don't have to be afraid to invest. There are other ways. If you haven't become comfortable yet, if you're not comfortable yet, investing and picking an ETF on your own, there is another way. And that way is AI, artificial intelligence. So most of the brokerage firms have what's called a robo investor. I'm going to share with you Fidelity's robo investor. So when you come right here where it says planning and advice, when you click planning and advice, you want to come down to Robo Investing Advice Plus, and it's going to bring you to this page. So right here, it's a very easy interface. It says right here, let us handle the investing so you don't have to. But before I click get started, I'm going to pull you down here so that you can see what it offers. So it is a digital financial service. It's with their robo advisor. They're going to ask you a few questions to build the strategy that is just right for you. So you get professional management of your money. They will monitor the markets and automatically rebalance your portfolio to keep you on track. Now, of course, that rebalancing issue is if you have more than one asset. So it's also affordable. Now, for robo investing, it's not like self-management where there are no fees. This has no advisory fee for balances under $25,000, but it has a 35% advisory fee for balances of $25,000 and over. So it's an excellent way to get started if you're working with less than $25,000. So I think that's a great way to get started. And so you could see what would a managed account look like? What would they provide for you? So having your money managed shouldn't cost a lot. And we know a lot about this because we're using commission-free brokerages. This is no different. There is $0, no advisory fees under $25,000, which we just mentioned. But look here, it has that 0.35% a year for balances of $25,000 and above. But this right here, this is worth it. It includes unlimited one-on-one coaching calls. So when you're just starting out, you might feel nervous about what's going on in the market. If you see the account fluctuating, this is worth having and paying that 0.35% for balances of $25,000 or more until you get comfortable. And if you don't want to use them anymore, you can end the service. Now, there is no minimum to open an account, only $10 to invest. This is typical of the low fees that Fidelity has. You may even be able to convert an existing Fidelity account. So if you have one and you'd like to do that. Now, when you get into this part to opening it, it will actually pull up your accounts that are eligible to be converted. If the account is not eligible, it won't pull it up. And then it asks you if you want to do that. So here is, they're giving you a prelude to what to expect when we click the get started button. It says we build a strategy to meet your needs. So it could very well look something like this. They could have domestic stock, foreign stock, bonds, or short term. But all of this is going to depend on the answers to the questions that they ask you. And then, of course, again, it's emphasizing that coaching, taking it to the next level if you are investing $25,000 or more. Again, this unlimited 30-minute one-on-one phone calls. That's great. Conversations on budgeting, managing debt, retirement planning, and more. And we can click that Get Started button. I'll go back up to the top where it says Fidelity Go and say Get Started. So when we come to this page, it's going to give us all the IRAs that can work for us. So it gives you options. You have a rollover IRA, and this is an option if you want to move money from your former employer's workplace savings plan. If they have a 401k or 403b, you can do that without losing any tax benefits. When you tap this caret, this is where all that information is. The same with a Roth. We know about a Roth. We've talked about that pretty extensively on this channel. So, and this is an option if you want to pay taxes on your contributions now and make tax-free withdrawals in retirement. This is a great option. This is what is recommended, actually, that you max out your Roth IRA because those monies grow tax-free. So then we have the traditional IRA. This is an option if you want to make tax deductible contributions now and pay the taxes later in retirement. So that's always an option. The key here, though, is that you have to remember that these are your annual, contributions. In 2025, the annual contribution limit of $7,000. That's if you're under 50, and $8,000 if you're age 50 or older. So that's what you need to remember with that. And those contribution limits are across IRAs. So it has to be a total of $8,000 in this Roth or in their traditional. And then it has an SEP IRA. So this is if you're self-employed or you're a small business owner. And I'm just going to pull this down. I've never talked about this on here, but some of you, I'm pretty sure that many of you probably have an LLC. So many people have side hustles that they've turned into businesses now. And this is an option for you that you may want to look at. I don't know anything about it at all, but it is an option. But this is what I really wanted to also share and get down to. It says save for retirement in a different way. Obviously, this is individual. If you want a taxable account that's owned just by you, that allows you to withdraw money at any time for any reason and without penalty, this is for you. Joint with rights of survivorship. This is an option if you want a taxable account that's owned by you and someone else. Now, if you or someone else would die, the full ownership would be transferred to the living survivor. And then it has this clause right here. It says that this registration is not valid in Louisiana. Now, this is joint tenants in common. This is an option if you want a taxable account owned by you and someone else. So Fidelity, if you don't specify otherwise, they will presume that each owner has equal shares, 50% shares. So you want to choose the one that works for you. I'm going to come up here and choose Roth because most people probably don't have their Roth set up, and I was already in this account. And so now it's starting to ask questions. This is where it gets personal. Now, because I already have accounts here, they filled in my birth year, and it says, what's my annual income? So I'm going to say $85,000. And then next. Now, we have some investing related questions for you. What will your initial deposit be? Let's say $250. And how much will I be contributing each month? $250. Something that is manageable. Now, on this page, we talk about risk and returns. So they're going to be managing your account, but they want to know, how comfortable are you with taking risk in the market? This is so that they can get to know you as an investor. So they want you to tell them on a scale from 1 to 10, how risky are you? Are you very, very conservative? Are you number 5? Are you somewhere in the middle? Or are you here at 10? So on number 1, I'll just go through the range with you so that if you want to take a screenshot, you can. So less risk, it will put you in 28% domestic stock. Most of your money would be in bonds. There's not a lot of movement growth-wise in bonds, but your money would be safer. Now, let's see what happens on 2. Now it's switched from domestic stock, 35%, 15% foreign, bonds at 50, and short-term at 1%. Now take a look at these numbers here, these dollars. This is your $250 being invested as you requested. This is the amount that you're going to dollar cost average on the interval that you select, whether that be every month or however you work it out with it. It's only going to be weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. So however you want that $250 to be invested. Now, remember these percentages, 35, 15, and 50 from 2 to 3. It changed from 35 and 15 to 42% and 18%. This is risk level number 3. You can take a screenshot of that for 42, 18, and 40. Then for number 4, it changes to 49%, 21%, and 30%. And let's look at risk level 5, right in the middle. Did you notice that it did not change? So it's saying that from a risk level from 4 to 5, there is not any difference that your robo-advisor would make in these asset allocations. Now let's look at 6. It completely stayed the same from 4 to 5 to 6. This is considered mid-range at this point. Now, look at 7. The allocation changed from 60 to 25 to 15, depending on where you are. 60, 25, 15. So it's saying there is no difference. Once you hit here from 7 to 10, this is the allocation. We've gotten to the end of the screen and it says you've made an important move to reaching your goals. And you have. Make it easy for yourself. If you're working with under that certain amount of dollars, you're under that threshold, use it if you want to. There are many ways to get to where you want to be. There's not just one road. It depends on you and what you are comfortable with. So Fidelity is saying, we'd invest your money using this mix of stocks, bonds, and cash. They're reviewing your profile here. Your risk tolerance, we ended up at a 10. And now it's going to give you your potential value over time. This is awesome. So quickly, this says this chart provides a hypothetical example of how a Fidelity Go account balance would perform over time. We use a 0.35% annual advisory fee to calculate these projections for all account balances, so it does not show the impact of Fidelity Go tiered pricing for the projected account balance over time. So you should know that. Now it says, how was this calculated? If you're starting now, February 2025, look at the dates and how it's changing. Keep looking. I love the way it gives an average market and the week market projections. Look, look, look. Planned contributions. Planned contributions. Now in 2034, 10 years, look where you would be. You contributed $27,000, but look at the average market. So for the average market, your account would have grown to $40,200. And a weak market, a very weak market, you would have grown $800. So look at that average market. So that is your total would have been that 40,000. Your money would have grown in a strong market, $13,000, $13,200. That is free money just because you planned and you were consistent. You set it on recurring. So that is a benefit of Fidelity Go. And then it brings you down here. And if you wanted to do this, all you would have to do is create an account and it would go forward from there. Okay, so I am not going to go any further. This video has been long enough. I hope it brought you value. If it did, please click the like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you were surprised about and if you would be interested in allowing AI to invest for you. Thank you for watching.